Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello to you all and a very warm welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we'll be featuring the good nature of all the GAA clubs in Warwickshire and the many great people who support them. Maurice Malone, the Chief Executive of the Birmingham Irish Association, has been working very closely with all the GAA clubs to form a new community food bank during this coronavirus. The Birmingham Irish Association are the heartbeat of the Irish in the city.
Born and raised in Birmingham, but Irish to the bone. My mama came from Galway, my daddy from Tyrone. They came here to find...
It's been an absolutely fantastic day today. We couldn't have imagined how much we get in donations and food from the community. This is our second week now, so we had the idea obviously when we were all put into lockdown, so we needed to react and try and help those vulnerable people in our community. So immediately we sprung into action and thought food bank is the first thing to do. So we got in contact with all the local GAA clubs, and you can see the results of it today. The response for them has been absolutely phenomenal. Can't have imagined that they would have rallied round the way they have. Fantastic.
It is, of course, you've had so much food delivered here today, but tell me about the system, because you had a great system in place for taking the food in, and then we saw you separating it all. But tell us how that's going to work.
Yeah, so each club take a turn to put themselves forward. Yeah. So all the local Irish community where the club are based, they visit the club on the Saturday morning, drop all the food bags off and cash donations as well. And then the lads from the GAA clubs deliver all the bags into here, into St Anne's, as you've seen this morning. So then it's a mass team effort. Everybody joins in. We unload all the vans, bring all the bags in, and then we sift through all the bags. So we have to unpack them all, separate them all out, and then pack them again. So we do that every week, and then the following week we start delivering all the parcels out to the people who need it most.
Now, the people who need it most, how do you find out who they are, where they are, and how do you get the food actually out to them?
So a lot of the people that we're helping are people that we would normally help before we were put into lockdown. But we word of mouth, people, neighbours, friends, families, carers, the city council, GPs, we're getting referrals from pharmacists. Everybody knows somebody who's really struggling at this time. So we're aware of a lot of people, but there's hundreds of people out there who still need our help. So, and we help everybody. When we start dropping the food out, we may go to somebody's house, and then the neighbour will come out, and there'll be a few more neighbours come out. So, if we can help anybody, we will.
Now, we saw the food being delivered, but we also saw you there receiving quite a few cash donations.
We do, yeah. We've asked for perishable and non-perishable food. So what we do is we make up food bags, and then the donations that people have kindly given, we'll buy fresh fruit, eggs, bread, milk, and deliver that along with the tin goods as well, so everybody's got a good selection and a balanced diet as well to try and keep them healthy in this difficult time.
Now, as I understand it, you've got various Saturdays for each GAA club. When the 4 GAA clubs have done it, are they going to kind of conveyor belt it again?
They are, yeah. The idea was to do the first 4 weeks to see how it went, and because we've been absolutely overwhelmed with the response, they've all decided themselves that they want to carry on. So when the next club finishes in a couple of weeks' time, they'll start all over again, and we'll run it for however long we need to.
Birmingham Irish, of course, does wonderful work here for the Irish community in Birmingham, and of course you're at the forefront of that. But tell me about the helpline and how people can contact you and how they can find out a little bit more, how they can receive some help.
Yeah, so what we decided to do when we were locked down, obviously we put the food bank operation as priority, but then there's an awful lot of people who are out there and, it may be they don't get to see anybody, they don't get to speak to anybody, and they just need a bit more support. So we've set up a dedicated helpline, which is on our website and the details. They can phone that, and it's manned 7 days a week between 9 AM in the morning and 8 PM, and they'll get a staff member or one of our volunteers. And even if somebody just wants to ring up just to have a chat, we'll pass those details on. One of our volunteers will call them back and they'll have a chat with them. But we're getting all sorts of weird and wonderful requests. We're getting requests for magazines, anybody know where there's any mobile hairdressers, all sorts of things. So the helpline was set up to help people who need support, but obviously people are using it for everything, and we're happy to accommodate where we can. Not only obviously providing the food that we've got, but if people ring up and they've got special dietary needs, obviously if we can, we'll accommodate those as well. So we've got a band of volunteers who'll go shopping on their behalf, go to the local supermarkets and then deliver the food to them, and newspapers, magazines, anything they need. Anything anybody rings up, if we can do it, we'll do it.
Now, we saw today how great the community has come together. The GAA clubs have come together, but the community out there in general have come together. You must be very proud and feel very happy that so much food has been donated by so many good-natured people, and money, of course.
It is difficult to put into words the response from the community. It's desperate times for everybody, but the Irish community in Birmingham and the Midlands have been superb. The way everybody's reacted, everybody's pulling together and everybody's looking out for each other, and without the support of the community and the volunteers that we have, we wouldn't be able to reach everybody. So we're just, it's quite an emotional time, and when you see people coming in and giving up their time, their Saturdays, bringing in food, bringing in cash, it's just, you can't put it into words really.
But Mom and Dad never really left old Ireland. They just couldn't get it out of their heads. And although I spent all my life right here in Birmingham.
Emma, today we've experienced so much great work being done by your club, of course, St Brendan's. Now, tell us a little bit about coordinating it all from your GAA club.
We've got numerous amounts of communication, so coordinate it through our groups, right from the under-7s all the way through to the senior teams. So got the message out as best we could through them, and then through our social media channels as well. So hit a range of people over various different channels. So, and then continuously sharing the message and all about today, which reached out to further people. So we had people turn up today that weren't part of the GAA, which was fantastic. Loads of people volunteered to help. Obviously, given the circumstance, we had to make sure we're social distance and we could limit it to how many people could be there. But yeah, an overwhelming support from the club and from the local area as well within King's Heath. It's fantastic.
Now, have you asked people to donate special items or special types of food?
Yeah, so we sent them through the communications on the groups and various channels, a list of items that they were looking for in particular. So therefore they knew what to get, so all armed.
And what a load, a van load, big massive load of food you got today.
Yeah, we had one van, 3 cars, and the cars were just piling in this afternoon. We had a couple of busy spells, but yeah, we were overwhelmed by the amount that we've had donated today.
And of course you're secretary of St Brendan's GAA Club. How's that going for you?
Good, quiet at the moment, busy usually, busy old job, but I enjoy it.
Yeah,
done it for a long time.
But hopefully when this virus is over, and hopefully it might settle down towards the autumn, or summertime, you get back playing football again in your brand new stadium now, let's call
fantastic. Yeah, we're all looking forward to getting started. Just a shame it's on hold, but thank God we're all healthy and we'll be back there one day.
Now Mum and Dad are leaving Birmingham and I know where they'll be. Living here in Galway town, pretty close to me.
Joe, we've had a wonderful morning this morning out filming with you at your GAA club, and of course you had a great turnout of, first of all, of your own volunteers.
We did. We've organised it and we had to limit the number of volunteers that wanted to be involved, as you can imagine, with the social distancing. But we had 6 to start off with and the response has just been great. And it's the kind of club we are. Anything we need, you only have to ask, and there's people going to help you all the time.
How did you manage to get the word out there?
Word of mouth, social media, the other clubs. It's been a great initiative by Warwickshire and Mick O'Brien to get the 4 clubs working together. So they've shared on Facebook, they've shared on tweets, they've shared on email, and no doubt phone calls. So, and I know for my own, I run the Facebook. There's been friends in Ireland that were associated with the club, passed it on to their friends and relatives who have then passed it on to other people, not just in Birmingham, all over the country.
Now the goodness of people was shown very highly here today.
It is, as I say, it's the kind of club that's the centre of the Irish community in North Birmingham. We're only one club there now and we tend to stick together. When I came to Birmingham in '96, it was my first starting point to be integrated into the Irish community. And as I say, anything we ever need, we only have to ask the likes of John Coyne, Joe McDermott, Dennis Neenan, everyone. If they haven't got it, they'll help you get it. So, as I say, the turnout today was just amazing. The fact that we got so many people that even that weren't associated with the club showing up, people that word of mouth heard what we were doing, came along, never even knew the club was there. Now they do. So I think going forward is something that we'll have to look at doing more regularly.
Now, Erin go bra, you're wearing a lovely top there. Of course, they look like Donegal colours to me.
And, well, you'd be a few in the club would argue that, but being from Donegal, I'll claim it.
So what part of Donegal do you hail from?
I come from a wee town called Danagray, just outside Dunlow. So we've got 1 or 2 famous sons there. We've got Daniel O'Donnell and Packy Boner, Clanna, Denya. So.
Do you have any Donegal players in the team at the moment?
We've got a few that they're second generation on the senior team, but mostly it's second and third generation at the moment.
A lot of people have donated lots and lots of food and money to this great cause. Well done to you all and thank you. Now stay with us, don't go away, we're going to take a little break and we'll see you in a minute.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal, Manchester. A friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now this week we've been featuring the good work done by the GAA clubs in Warwickshire and the Birmingham Irish Association. So I'm off to meet a few more of the people involved. Mick, of course, you're heavily involved with Sean McDermott's club here in Warwickshire, but you had your food gathering day a few weeks ago. How did that go for you?
It was a great start. It was a great start for the club. The club's coming together. McDermotts got in straight into the planning of the weekend, and we started to consider where we needed to use as a location. We looked at the location, then we got that narrowed down to Casey Joe's in Acox Green. From then onwards, then literally it was all about the planning. So planning and communication. How do we reach out to our club members, to our juvenile parents, to our senior players, those who support us, from across the UK, specifically around Birmingham and the West Midlands. So under the work of Tara Toll and Keith Sweeney, who's our chairman, Angela Gilbride, we pulled together all the comms, we got it out in social media. Then on the day, it was all about, right, get there early. We had people queuing up from 9:30. We were supposed to start at 10. And then eventually it just got in 10:10, it was in a rhythm. And I can't fault everybody in the community. It was superb. Everything we said about park, open up your boots, we take everything out, took it to an area of secure place, kept our 2 metre social distancing. We were there with gloves. The support, the bags that came in, just under 200. And we then started to section off everything ready to get ourselves here. Anytime I come into this building, you get a warm welcome off Morris, and the team, Trudy. And Trudy's not here today, but thank you to Trudy from us as well as McDermotts. But we came here, we got ourselves set up as like you've seen today, exactly the same scenario. And we know with Morris and everything like that, there's calls coming in day in, evenings, all places and all sorts. Once that was done, it was then back into the room and then we recapped. And then probably the most important thing for us was that, we've had a link with the association for many years. The link going forward now will be firmer, a lot more firmer. We're going to continue this. We'll continue looking at what we can do for the end of the year as well. And we'll also look and see what we can do from next year. So it's like, this is like a kind of reactive build, let's go. But there's an interim plan and there's a long-term plan from Sean McDermott's, which I know I've been part and parcel working with the other 3 clubs and with Mark McLaughlin. We'll continue that going forward as a county. And it's great to know that you're looking forward and planning ahead, because this is something, like you're saying, may continue, and that's wonderful for the community out there. It is, and it's very close to he's very close to Keith and Tara and the committee, Sean McDermott's committee. You know, we've done Coley Folding tournament. That is community work. This is very much community work. Keith sees it. You know, he knows it. He's seen the impact of it. Within our own club, we're working away with parents that are coming to us and saying, those down our road have got problems. So we're doing it, we're widening it out. So when we sat here, we actually all stood outside. We had our own little planning meeting. We said, look, we can do something from June onwards. We can do something in September onwards. It just needs us to keep our, 1, connection, 2, we keep interfacing, 3, where do we want to focus on? And that can go through climate as well. So like, you know, as we go into autumn and we can start considering close. Now people in our, you know, we're saying to our club members, don't throw anything away, hold back. Clothes will come useful. That's from a young child up to an older adult. So coats, we got stuff donated from subcontractors that were given to us. They're bagged away now and ready to go. We've had blankets given to us, about 100 blankets. They're ready to go.
Of course, 2019 was a great year for Sean McDermotts. Warwickshire Senior Champions again.
Yeah.
And of course, we were there to cover that event. It was a great game as well. But well done to you and to everybody at the club.
No, and I think from, you know, all the McDermotts, Keith, the whole of the committee, the supporters, you know, the wider of the McDermotts, was great coverage, great game. Very lucky, you know, in terms of my son was part of that. He came out of the juvenile section, made his effort, got into the team. Great youth, there's great youth coming through in with their great community spirit. It's there, you know, the challenge is on the pitch. You know, we had a good opportunity to go and represent Great Britain in the World Games as well. So for us, that was in the summer of last year and all. That was a fantastic and huge success.
Mark, Chairman of the Warwickshire County Board, you must be extremely proud today of the way that the GAA clubs here in Warwickshire have come together.
I walked in the door today and my breath was taken away when I saw the amount of volunteers, number one, but then when I saw the amount of the volume of bags, the pasta, the rice, the beans. I was thinking these things weren't available in shops now, but there's literally tons of it here. So a massive effort by the 4 Birmingham clubs over the last number of weeks, and today Erin, Brath and St Brendan's have really done, you know, Warwickshire GAA proud by the amount that they've brought in today. So super effort, but you know, it doesn't happen easily. There's a great sense of unity within Warwickshire GAA, even though we might fight like cats and dogs on the field. Off the field, we're very united, and the GAA is very, very proud of its record when it comes to supporting the most vulnerable. I'm delighted again to have the opportunity, thanks to the chairman of our juvenile section, Mick O'Brien, whose idea it was in unison with Maurice Malone here in the Birmingham Irish. So we're only too happy to come on board. It's a great use of our talents, and we're well aware that the GAA has very many members who offer an awful lot to this society. You got the clubs in St Barnabas in Nottingham have done their own drive, St Mary's in Wolverhampton and St Finbarr's in Coventry. So across our region we have clubs stepping up to the plate. And yeah, of course, I'm very, very proud. I'm very proud to be chairman when we're on the field playing football and hurling and our ladies. Ultimately, days like today really bring it home to what it's like to be a GAA man, especially abroad, because sometimes it's not easy. To be Irish abroad, and it brings it home that we still have those intrinsic values that are so important to us in the GAA.
Now we know that John Mitchels GAA club has got their day coming up in a couple of weeks. We mustn't forget them from our point of view, because we filmed all the other clubs.
Of course, and I'm a John Mitchels representative here today. So and I know I've been in touch with the chairman today, and we know exactly what job we have to do to replicate and hopefully better the commitment and the donations from the other clubs. Because look, indeed, we might be in this together, but there's always a nice bit of competitiveness that exists in clubs, and now all clubs will try and do the right thing. So yeah, John Mitchels will step up now in a fortnight, and it's been so successful. We thought we would only run this originally for a 6-week programme, but we're now going to roll it again so that Sean McDermotts will be back on board in another 4 weeks, and then the other clubs will step up. So for as long as this emergency continues, the clubs will be there to answer the call of the Birmingham Irish.
This has shown great comradeship, isn't it, between all the GAA clubs? Like you mentioned there, great competition on the field, but when we're off the field, you're all together.
Oh, very much so, and you know, it might only be a walk in the park or a walk down the you know, your local side streets where you might bump into somebody you know, and before you know it, you're sitting there, obviously socially distant, and chatting away about football and matches previously. And these might be individuals you might not have chatted to before, but because we're in the exceptional times we're in, and as I say, we're all one big family, it's nice to touch base, and it's nice to understand that, look, we miss our games greatly. We miss going out to Park na Hare, we miss, you know, the sense of battle, the heat of the battle as well. But, you know, we're realists, and we understand that we're in, you know, very, very difficult times. We're the lucky ones because, you know, we're fit and capable of playing our great games. So now it's our job to give something back to those who maybe played in the past and need our support at this stage. And no better way to do it than, as you've seen today, and Max a fortnight ago, and Mitchels in 2 weeks. And indeed the other clubs across our great county who are stepping up to the plate.
Well done to everybody who has done so much work. It just goes to show what can be achieved if we all work together. Thank you. Now we're going to leave you with a song from Trudy Laura called Thank You. And before I go, I've got to remind you that Henry McGlade is back with his show next Thursday evening from County Mayo at 7 o'clock, and we're here with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Until then, take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for all the good times I have known since I found you. I have never felt alone. Thank you for all the kindness you have shown, my friends, I owe so much to you. 'Cause in my lifetime, I have had my ups and downs, sometimes lonely. When there was no friend around, I prayed for comfort. You came into my life, now my worries and cares have gone away. So now thank you for all the good times I have known since I found you. I have never felt alone. Thank you for all the kindness you have shown, my friends, I owe so much to you. All the dark days of my life, your love was my